let's move on to some of these games. Colby, New England Patriots, bro.
New England Patriots.
They play the Titans. They might fucking win this game. All right, talk to me, man.
The Titans are not exactly a good team. They're not exactly a good team. I mean, that coaching staff, it ain't exactly there. They went into a rebuild this offseason, and they did it the wrong way. Instead of slowly and methodically doing it, building through the draft, bringing in young players, they tried to go into a win-now mode. They brought in a lot of veteran pieces. They tried to bring in some game-changing pieces, Calvin Ridley being one of them, to try to pair up with DeAndre Hopkins. Obviously, they got rid of DeAndre Hopkins last week, and that team just did not do things right. They haven't been good, more specifically offensively. Where they're shining is defensively. They're a top 5 unit defensively, and it's hard to project this game because I feel like anytime we start to get an idea on what the Patriots are, we start to get some repetition, something changes, whether it's injuries, whether it's the quarterback. So, Jacoby Brissett through the first 5 weeks, he really wasn't very good. Are we getting a week 1, week 2 version of Jacoby Brissett? Because if we are, the Patriots have a chance at winning this. If we're getting a week 3, week 4, week 5 version of Jacoby Brissett, the Patriots don't have a chance at winning this game. To me, it all comes down to the running game, Ramondre Stevenson, Antonio Gibson. If they're going to win this game, they're going to have to dominate time of possession. They're going to want to stay on the field. They want to slowly and methodically just put points up on the board and play complementary football. When the Patriots are playing complementary football, they're able to come out with wins, but that has been an issue for them. It feels like the offense will go down and score some points, and then the defense will go out and immediately let up a big play for opposing teams to go put up 7 points. And then kind of the same thing with special teams. The offense puts up points, you're kicking the ball off, and you allow them to have a return. They got to play complementary football, and that definitely starts with getting the ground game going, and the Patriots have to get back to doing what they did in the first couple of weeks when they were playing competitive football, and that was running the ball successfully and dominating time of possession because of it. This Patriots defense has been rough. It's been rough to say the least, especially that defensive line, the trenches, the pass rush, and it's not going to get any better with Josh Uche out, but you're hoping that Daniel Ekuale can come back when you didn't have him last week. You're hoping Kyle Duggar can come back when he wasn't there last week, and you can get a couple of reinforcements. To me, I have faith in this defense having a fairly good game against the Tennessee Titans offense, rather, as long as they can shut Tony Pollard down, which is a bit of a tall task. I don't believe that they're going to get anything done through the air. I believe Christian Gonzalez on Calvin Ridley, I'm not worried about that. He should be able to shut him down. It's just going to be the question mark on the Patriots offense against that top-tier Tennessee Titans defense. So I don't think the Patriots are going to blow them out. I think if Drake May plays in this game, I'm confidently saying that the New England Patriots are winning. I don't feel confident in this one without him, but I am still going to say that the Patriots, they're going to be able to come out with this win. They have a little bit of momentum coming out from last week against the New York Jets. And like we've been saying all stream long, sometimes football is just as much mental and it's about momentum just as much as it is the physical side. So I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm going to say the Patriots get this one.
I definitely want to give CB an opportunity to preview the Dolphins and Bills game because we know that CB's got to get out of here soon. I also want to get my thoughts real quick on where you at, Heat fans? Talking all that trash?
Yeah.
Boom. Knicks win over the Miami Heat tonight. Just got to get that off my chest. I saw a lot of nonsense in the chat talking trash to my New York Knicks. How about that Karl Anthony Towns 44-piece? All right, that's enough of my basketball talk, Dan. Trust me.
All right, let me get my basketball talk off real quick. Orlando Magic 3-0. Paolo Banchero. Yeah. Paolo Banchero with a 50 ball the other night. Come on, man. Let's go, man.
Paolo's nice.
Y'all talking about basketball when you already know the Celtics are going to win it again. It's like, what's the point?
Get out of here.
What's the point, dude?
And so the Yankees were up 5-0, and then I just turned the screen back on. And now it's 5.
They had 3 errors in the same inning and gave it up. Sorry, Yankees fans.
Damn.
Sorry.
Yikes.
Karl Anthony Towns, though. How about it? Welcome to the Knicks. Oh, that got me hyped, man. Sorry.
He's already in basketball season mode.
The
Jets did it. The Jets did it to him. I know.
I got a Knicks YouTube channel.
I know, but the Jets did it to you. You would have still had your Jets gear on if y'all was winning games right now.
And so I'll tell you what,
guys.
Man,
I got a hat. I got my hat right here.
And so I'll tell you what, guys, listen, since we want to be conscious of CB83's time, we're going to move over to the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins game. CB83, give me your take.
Hey, absolutely nothing to lose. The Miami Dolphins are in the pits of the AFC East, right? So we get to go in the Orchard Park, fly under the radar. Nobody on God's green earth think the Miami Dolphins are winning this game. But the Miami Dolphins go in there with the underdog mentality and have the ability to show up and right the ship. They have the ability to do it. You go in there and beat the big bad Buffalo Bills in Orchard Park. You're basically saying, hey, we could beat anybody in the NFL on any given Sunday if we come to play. So I'm looking forward to the matchup. Not saying that we're going to win the game, but I think the Miami Dolphins will go in there and compete, right? And they will go in there and challenge you guys, right? Dan, I know you don't want to hear this, but you got to hear it, buddy. So we're going to go in there and challenge you guys and make it very difficult on you. And I know your little Bills Mafia will be in a rant and a rave, right? They'll be excited. They'll be drunk and belligerent in the stands. And, we'll go in there, fly under the radar, make plays. I think Tua could quietly have one of his best moments this weekend. It could be. And honestly, I think Tua's at a crossroad. Like, you're not going to win games with this team being a game manager. It's just not going to happen. It's just when you play good teams like the Buffalo Bills, the Ravens, teams who can really play football on offense, our defense, they're going to have to come to play. And when you play these teams, you can't be a game manager in these games. You're going to have to take some shots, take some chances. You're going to have to use your feet a little bit and slide, right? So we'll see how it shakes out. But I want you to understand that you better not underestimate us. You better bring your Keon Coleman. You better bring Cook. You better bring all of them. Because if they don't come to play, it's going to be a long day for the Buffalo Bills. Straight like that.
Oh, he keeping it real. I like that. Okay.
He's keeping it real. What about that was real?
Oh, I'm trying to hype him up a little bit.
What about that was
special guest?
Like,
He's our special guest.
All right, listen. All right. Say, for example, that I want to go ahead and attempt to plan a key to victory for the Miami Dolphins. What I'm going to do is I am just going to really rely on Devon Achane.
Run the ball.
He does run the ball effectively against this Buffalo Bills team, right? Normally, Sean McDermott is probably going to allow this to happen because he wants to understand what Mike McDaniel's best plays are. He does it each and every single week. So my theory is that this Miami Dolphins team is going to score on their first possession. A lot of Miami Dolphins fans are going to think, oh my God, this is it. We're going to be competitive until Sean McDermott goes out there and makes his adjustments and completely shuts it down. I just look at this as a complete mismatch nightmare. I really, really do. Like, that offensive line cannot protect Tua to save their damn lives. Of course, they say, oh, well, he gets rid of the ball fast. Last time that we played him during week 2, not the case because Christian Benford had an answer for Tyreek Hill. Same thing with Rasul Douglas against, of course, Jalen Waddle. Held them both to a combined like 50 to 60 yards. They're going to have to run the ball in order to be able to move this offense. But then you have to also say, can our defense, which has been struggling tremendously, specifically in the linebacker side of things, can they stop this pass attack now that Amari Cooper is there as well? I think this Buffalo Bills team is just going to score fast and often. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills end up, I say, scoring about 28 points in the first half of the game.
Wow.
Based off of that.
So absolutely no defense coming off the bus. The defense won't show up on Sunday.
No, man. And so I'm not even trying to be disrespectful.
Wow, that's like, let me tell you, that is really disrespectful. But go ahead.
Yeah. But I look at the week 2 matchup where James Cook and then Ray Davis ended up just having a field day just on the ground. That game was when Josh Allen had his hand freshly broken as well. So he wasn't even a part of this overall game plan. Now we had Amari Cooper into the scenes. Terrible pass coverage from your linebacker core. This is quite literally going to be a game where this Buffalo Bills team is up by 3 scores before the half.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
You want to put a bet on that? I would take that bet. You say you guys are up 3 scores at the half. I guarantee you.
Hype me up. CB,
I'll put a 100 ball on that you're not up 3 scores about the. And we're talking 3 touchdowns. I'll put 100 ball
on bets over here, man. You got
to
give me insurance. So give me insurance. Let's do 2 scores by the half.
No, we're not.
Give me insurance. Now Dan got a little scared. He brought it back.
I'll give you look. I'll give you 17 points. You're not up 17 at the half.
Yes, most definitely. I will take that bet. Three
Okay,
scores
there we
by
go.
the half. All right.
3 scores. That's 17 points. There we go. Money, cha-ching, money in the bank. Let's go.
17 points by the half. Yeah, 100, whatever.
That's
If
a
Dan
lot.
loses, he's going to block you. If Dan loses, he's going to block you,
We'll be
bro.
up by 17 bare minimum before the half even begins.
Ooh.
Josh Allen will be in a baseball cap by the fourth quarter.
Wow.
On the sideline.
Damn.
Y'all are going to see Mitchie
absolutely trounce my dudes. Okay, I hear you.
Yeah, y'all are going to see that. Listen, I just hate the matchups on both sides. I'm just trying to be as objective as humanly possible. Yeah, dude, like
I'll send you my Cash App on Sunday. I got you.
yeah, yeah, most definitely. Safe. Yeah. Like honestly, like how I look at all of this is it's just a mismatch nightmare. And like y'all are like,
why is it such a mismatch nightmare? Tell me why.
So do you like your offensive line?
I like our offensive line. We can run the ball on you. We always run the ball well on you guys.
All right, but like here's the deal, right? So like I look at all the matchups, and so I look at it from this perspective. I look at y'all's offensive line and our defensive line as far as pass rush. I'm gonna give it to the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, I would give it. Yeah, I give it that. Yep.
Right. So I also end up giving our running backs against your run defense, like week 2. So it happened there. I'm also going to pick Amari Cooper, like right over Jalen Ramsey, and so I'm also going to pick Keon Coleman over Fuller. I'm definitely going to pick your slot corner over Khalil Shakir. I'm definitely going to pick with Dalton Kincaid right over your linebackers in coverage. Like it's I really can't think of a single matchup where I'm like, okay, I'm afraid of that. Like I can't think of one.
So Tyreek doesn't bother you. Jalen Waddle doesn't bother you.
So the past couple of games we played
Devon
against
A-Chain definitely bothers you guys.
So with A-Chan does.
Yeah, he definitely bothers you guys.
He does for sure. Like past couple of games, like he's put up like 80 or 90. But the thing is that like I don't think that y'all are going to be able to commit to that long term because this Buffalo Bills defense adjusts very well. Like,
and I get what you're saying. And what I want you to understand is I think if the Miami Dolphins run the ball well and our defense can find a way to get stops and get off the field, we'll be in this game the entire game. But they got to find a way to get stops. And honestly, I think that's where our downfall has been playing against you guys. Our defense just typically doesn't come to play in these games. In the one game that we beat you guys in the past 2 to 3 years, our defense, like they held you guys. They made plays. They got stops. They got off the field. So if our defense can find a way to make plays and force you to turn the ball over, it could be a game. Now, have we seen it a lot? No, we haven't seen it a lot at all. But I think the talent is there with this team. The Dolphins have all the talent. It's like you guys just got to put it together for a game. You got to put it together for 4 quarters, and we haven't seen them put it together yet. So, hey, another opportunity on Sunday. Dan says they're going to be up 17 at the half. I'm loving the optimism, and I think we'll fly under the radar and make this a really good game.
17 at the half. Colby, thoughts? Bills, Dolphins. Talk to me.
Oh, dude, I just realized my brother's enlisting. What the hell? Sorry, kind of took me off pace a little bit. Shout out to my brother for serving, though. Shout out to my brother for serving. But yeah, look, I don't think this is gonna be a close game. I'll be honest with you. Like we saw this earlier on in the season, and like Tua played in that game, and y'all still got handled. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I just and by the way, this is in Buffalo, right?
It's in Buffalo.
So y'all got handled with Tua, and by the way, I know he got injured, but he was in there for the majority of the game. Y'all got handled with Tua at home.
But we also went to Buffalo. We also went to Buffalo and played a good game against them last year in the snow.
But you guys aren't even the same team as you were last year. Very obviously not the same team.
We should be better. We should be better.
This is a big game on the ground because here, realistically, this shouldn't be a massive game for the Bills through the air. Like they should beat you on the ground. But I don't know. The Dolphins, I mean, that strength in the secondary hasn't exactly looked like that same strength that we originally.
Kobe, you really think my guys are coming out and playing a worse game than they played the first time around?
I think they'll score a little bit more points, but I still think you're gonna get spanked.
Damn.
I think this is gonna be a big James Cook game. I think Josh Allen's gonna cook again. I don't think he turns over the ball. I think he has a good game on the ground, and overall, it's gonna be a decent, game for him passing through the air. But I still think the Bills cook in this game. Look, The Dolphins didn't exactly look great last week either. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we
didn't look great, but we didn't look terrible. This is when our backs are up against the wall right now, and I think when we go in there on Sunday with our backs against the wall, we're gonna find a way to swing ourselves out of it, and it's gonna be a dogfight. And I think you guys will see. I don't think we're laying down no time soon. So get ready.
Hey man, look, I see Doug tell me I'm delusional. What did I say that was delusional? I think thinking that the Dolphins are gonna win this game is really what's delusional. Like the Bills are just playing good football. Point blank, they're playing the hottest
against who? Against who?
But the thing is that
against who? The Titans.
But the thing is, like, what have the Dolphins done? And like maybe if this was like the Dolphins of like the last few years, but like this Dolphins team just isn't.
They all played the Titans, right?
What have the Dolphins done?
Yeah,
Look at the teams the Dolphins have played and lost to. You know what I'm saying? Like the Dolphins can't even beat up on bad teams that they've played. So it's just like I can't expect them to go on the road against the Buffalo Bills, who are playing really good football. Josh Allen playing the hottest football of his career, and somehow win this game. Now I do think that Tua might be a little bit more motivated in this game, and I think if he's more motivated, that maybe that can help their chances, but. I don't know. I see the fact that they're just not turning the ball over. I think that they have the better overall roster right now. Like I alluded to earlier on, like right in the beginning of this live stream, I think that, a lot of these players, especially coming off of yet again another loss and a close one too, I just feel like a lot of these players for Miami, they're checked out. And it sucks to say, but it's really hard to reel your team back in when they mentally check out and you're coming off of a loss. You're heading into an in-division game. You think that all of a sudden it's just going to click and they're all going to be turned back on?
I don't think we played but I don't think we played a bad game last week. I think
not a bad game.
Right. We didn't play a bad game. I think Arizona's a good football team too. I think if you put Arizona that Arizona
team. Do you think
Arizona's
a good football team?
I think they're a good football team. Yeah, I think when they play like that, they're a good football team. You said what?
The Buffalo Bills haven't beat a good football team then?
Oh, here we go.
See?
But look, this is what I'm gonna say. My score prediction. I'm gonna say the Dolphins they score a little bit more here. But I'm gonna still say pretty confidently 34-17. Buffalo Bills. You guys are just outmatched in this game. It's on the road too, brother.
Richie, you feel like this too, bro?
I feel like it's going to be a close game. I think that the Dolphins are going to be playing inspired in their best football of the season, and I think it's going to be a heart-wrenching game, but I just don't trust the Dolphins in the clutch. So I think the Bills are going to come out with it's going to be closer than people think, and I think it's going to be one of those like comeback type of wins for the Bills. I have the Bills winning in like by 3 or 4 points or something like that in either close, tight fashion. I think it's going to be a closer game than some people think. I know that they got blown out last time, but I just feel like Tua's second game back, he got his feet underneath him. They're inspired. They got nothing to lose, and it's a divisional game. I got the Bills winning, but I think it's going to be a little bit more closer than some people think. I don't see a bloodbath.
Do either of you have big injuries compared to what we saw in, was it week 2? Like big players that could be out on this game for either.
Sealer might be out for us. Javon Holland may be out.
Oh, that'd be huge.
Cater Kohu is dealing with something. I mean, we got that guys, dealing with small stuff. Yeah.
Oh shit.
And so you're telling me that Kohu might not be playing?
Yeah. I mean, we'll see how it shakes out.
So you're saying the backup to Kohu is going to be covering Khalil Shakir?
Cam Smith is pretty damn good though.
Never mind. We're going to be up by 4 scores.
So wait, Dan, how about you? Are the Bills dealing with any big injuries heading into this game that could be out?
We have a couple of guys that are limited at this point, but it was just Bernard and it was Curtis Samuel, who has been absolutely a ghost.
Oh, it's like I almost told you that was going to happen, Dan. Come on.
Man. Yeah. But hey, you know what? We got Amari Cooper. Everybody else is limited. We're practically at like as full of a bill of health as possible. And we also have Von Miller coming back from suspension. So he is back.
That dude's still in the league.
Hey, listen, right before he was suspended, he was leading the team he was leading the team in pressures prior to being suspended. So, and that's a hell of a matchup specifically with their right tackle and Vaughn. So I'm excited to see how that
What did you guys give up for him when you traded for him?
Too much.
The house.
How much was it? Because that guy's done nothing
he was
for
a free agent. So he was a free agent.
Oh, he was a free agent? Never mind that. Yeah, you're good. Who cares?
Yeah. He was a free agent. So we just ended up paying him a absurd amount of money. But yeah, that's about it.
Hey, well, I appreciate you guys having me, man. This was fun. Always a
brother.
good time hanging with the
You
AFC.
rep your Dolphins very well, man. You're a great filler
Yeah,
for
you really do,
Fin's talk.
CB83. I appreciate you, man. Thank you
I
so much.
appreciate you guys, man. Later.
Salute to
Nice
you,
day, buddy.
man.
Yeah.
Salute, bro.
Enjoy your night.
Yes,
Everyone give
sir.
some CB some love in the chat.
Fins
way
up.
out.
Let's go, baby. Hey,
Yeah.
Buffalo, Orchard Park. See you soon, man.
Oh, good God. Good God. All right, man. We'll talk about Cash App when you get in here. But it doesn't matter, baby, because you better be sending me that $100. Better be sending me that $100, my friend.
Now we went over all the games now, but
We didn't talk about the Jets or the Texans.
Oh yeah. So let's start with the Jets Texans now by checking out the odds on BetUS because I don't get it that we're favorites. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this.
Because you're home.
I don't.
Okay,
I'm
listen,
home.
I'm going to
We're
tell you
home.
why it is, Richie. So I'm going to tell you why. Because this Houston Texans offense, even
But
at
Dan, we
full
were favored
strength-
against the Steelers. Why were we favored in that game?
Because you were
On the road in
I can
Pittsburgh.
tell
Like,
you
I just don't
exactly
get
why,
it.
Richie. You know why you're because they know how to take advantage and get money. That is the whole point. They're not basing off of who they actually think is going to win or lose. They base it off of which fan base can we take the most money from. And they know that Jets fans may be a little delusional. They still got some
but
maybe some false hope
that's
or
not the
reality,
case
and they're buying
because
into
then
it.
if that's the case, you're gonna have the whole NFL riding the Texans. You're gonna like cash out with the Texans at plus money to win.
I think they believe more in the Jets fans kind of popping out and being like, you know what? Yeah, we can still win.
No, but I think Colby, you're missing the idea of betting. You know, Jets fans would
I
feel
don't
more
know, dude. I
inclined
don't really
if
do
we
it that much.
if we were like us being favored to win makes us not want to bet on them because the odds aren't good, right? Like if the Jets were underdogs and it was plus money, you can win more money. You don't win a lot of money since the Jets are favorites. So Jets fans are not betting on it.
I guess it depends. Your glass half full, glass half empty.
It's just it comes from the from the betting
I'm just
perspective of
biased.
odds, right? Like the Jets are favored to win, so it's not like it's you have to spend more money to make money, for example. But the Texans, they're the underdog, so it's plus money. Like that doesn't make sense. But hey, if you guys want to take advantage of BetUS's website, you guys can see it on your screen. YouTube 150 is the code to sign up. 150% bonus on your first deposit, 125% on your next two deposits. That's up to $2,000. Big time shout out to BetUS as always for being the proud sportsbook sponsor of the AFC East Roundtable all season long. The Patriots are +3 on the road in Tennessee. The Dolphins are +6 on the road in Buffalo. So you guys see the odds right now on your screen. Definitely go check them out and give them a shout out because they are awesome. And we will not be able to do what we do here on the Roundtable without BetUS. Now getting into that Jets-Texans game, listen, my expectations for this game is just no matter what happens, I don't know. I feel numb. I feel good. I want the Jets to win. I'm not rooting for my team. I haven't got to that point. I want to see everything click. That would be great, but I just am done expecting it. I'm done expecting my Jets team to look good. I'm expecting the worst case scenario. I'm expecting to be embarrassed because that's what I've been for 5 weeks in a row is embarrassed. So that's what I'm expecting now, to avoid disappointment. So I'm training myself to not allow myself to get into it. But outside of my, energy in terms of this game, and let's talk about the actual football game, X's and O's on the field, matchups. CJ Stroud, last time he came to MetLife Stadium, had the worst game of his entire career. The Jets defense is not the same defense from last season, so I don't really expect that to happen this time. Even without Diggs and without Nico Collins, I'm worried about Joe Mixon. But when it comes to our offense, we're going up against one of the best pass rushers in the NFL, Danielle Hunter. We have to go up against, and Will Anderson we have to go up against. But there is something new with this Jets team that we're going to see, and we lost Colby for a sec. Cayenne pepper and water.
Cayenne pepper and water.
Cayenne pepper and water. Devontae Adams, maybe that didn't work. But Hassan Reddick is back. That didn't work. Firing Saleh, that didn't work. But cayenne pepper and water, that may be what this Jets team needed all along. Our veteran punter recommended to Aaron Rodgers, since he's been banged up this year, to drink the Fountain of Youth, which decreases inflammation and helps you feel better. Warm water mixed with cayenne pepper. Now, I'm going to do this tomorrow on my show. I'm going to drink it, see what it's like, see what it's all about. So according to Aaron Rodgers, our punter told him to drink it, and he feels the best he's felt physically all season, just in terms of because he's been banged up. Now, if we win this game and we go on a run, it's going to be because of the cayenne pepper and water. Is it going to happen? No. But it's just a fun little gimmick that I can attach my delusional brain onto. I don't know what to expect. Can we see Garrett Wilson pop off? Breece Hall pop off? Can you just not embarrass me? Thanks. That's all I want. Just don't be embarrassing. We're on primetime again. We're on primetime 2 times the next 3 weeks. Get me off primetime, man. So annoying how much we're on primetime to be embarrassed for the whole world to watch us. But I'm just checked out of expectations. But I'll be live on my channel getting hyped up for this game because I love my team no matter what.
He's going to be hyped up for the game, man. Dude, I have no idea who I want to pick at this point. I really don't. Because I look at the Houston Texans team, and they're now without Stephon Diggs, don't have Nico Collins. And even if they were healthy, like this offense hasn't lived up to expectations. It really, really hasn't. Like, haven't seen like a wow game from this Houston Texans offense. But then again, I mean, what Jets defense is going to show up at this point, right? And that Houston Texans D also has been playing pretty good as well. They love man coverage. So is this a game where Devontae Adams breaks out? Maybe, right? Fuck it. I'm gonna pick the Jets.
Why? Like, is this? You guys just do this.
Didn't you pick the Jets last week too, man?
This is my first time I'm not picking the Jets in my pick'em show. By the way, I'm picking them to lose. By the way, I picked the Jets to lose tomorrow night. They are going.
You're just being realistic. That's all.
The New York Jets will lose. And as I say that, someone says Richie refused to pick his team to lose. Before I even saw that, I said, I'm predicting the Jets to lose. I'm predicting the worst. And if they win, that's great. I'd be happy, man. We're going to see a nature video on Friday, regardless of the outcome, because that's the new recap segments is in nature.
Man, as much as I want to pick the Texans here, I don't know. I just got a gut feeling it's the Jets are going to win this game. Colby, talk to me.
And honestly, Dan, the more I think about it, these are the games the Jets win when they're completely out of it and no one has no impact on anything, and they're just going to win against a good team for no reason. That's what.
Yeah, I mean, the Texans, they've been inconsistent, man. I mean, obviously they've had injuries and whatnot, and that definitely plays a big part in it. But they've been inconsistent. One thing that has not been inconsistent, though, is that defense. And I think that this is going to really depend on that offensive line, because I think that offensive line over the last couple of weeks has been a little bit up and down, has their own inconsistencies for that Jets offensive line. But I mean, this is going to be a true test. You know, this Texans defensive line, it is real. They get to the quarterback, and it is going to be hard to stop them. I think that, you know, this Jets offensive line is going to have probably some issues with penalties just by stopping them. Not only do they have power, but they have speed coming off of the edge there. You know, with Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter. As a Patriots fan, I saw it a few weeks ago, and it was absolutely tough. They also have the best pass rush win rate in the entire NFL. And Aaron Rodgers, man, I mean, he's just not mobile, man. He's not mobile. And I think we saw it week 3 against the Patriots when we were like, okay, Aaron Rodgers might actually be vintage. Aaron Rodgers might have some mobility to him, but he gave us false hope. He gave you false hope, Richie, because we haven't seen that same Aaron Rodgers who's been able to get out of the pocket and move and extend plays a little bit. I feel like week 3 was the only time that we saw that. And this is a game where I think if the Jets are going to win, that's what they're going to need, because Aaron Rodgers is going to be under pressure a lot. They're going to find exotic ways in order to get to Aaron Rodgers. And, you know, they're going to have to find ways to just keep him safe and give him time in the pocket to be able to make throws and have these receivers get open. Not only that, but this is going to be a hard team to run against. You know, like I said, this defensive line, that core, this is one of the best defenses in the league. And one thing I will say is I know they got some dogs in that secondary, but it's actually that secondary for the Houston Texans that's been a little bit inconsistent. I mean, Stingley's had a good season, but he's also been very inconsistent. So maybe this is a game for Garrett Wilson or Devontae Adams to be able to go out and make some plays. I mean, Kayshon Boutte was able to go out against Stingley and make some plays. Kayshon Boutte, and I love Boutte, but let's be honest, he's not Garrett Wilson. He's not Devontae Adams. He was the one that had like that big 50-yard touchdown from Drake maybe before halftime when the Patriots played the Texans. So I think he's a guy that you can definitely beat. I feel like this could be a trap game. Like real talk. We're talking about, you know, the Jets, they haven't won in how long, and the Jets are this bad team, all things that are real. But I could see this being a trap game where nobody's expecting it. They go into MetLife on a short week, and everybody doubting the Jets, they come out here with a win, and then gives every Jets fan this false hope of reality when they get back into the win column. So For me, the way that I see this game is, yes, they're out pieces offensively, but CJ Stroud is a dog. CJ Stroud does not turn the ball over. It's very rare that he does. And Joe Mixon's back. And since Joe Mixon is back, it's given that offense a bit of an extra boost. When he's not there, they don't have a running game. He has been popping off since he returned just a few weeks ago. Even early on in the season, before he got injured, he was popping off. And I think if the Texans can stay on the field, they can dominate time of possession, and they can just keep Aaron Rodgers and this offense off the field, then they're going to be fine. So I'm kind of at the same place with the Jets that I was with the Patriots, and that's I cannot pick this team to win a game until they actually do it. So I'm not going to pick the Jets to win this game. I think it can be a trap game. I think that it can be a winnable game, but I am going to say that the Houston Texans do win this game. A lot of question marks within that locker room for the Jets right now. And like I said, mentality can play a big part of it. How checked out are these Jets players right now? I think that's another big part of it. So I am going to go with the Houston Texans.
Yeah, as you should. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. Upsets happen, but like, I don't know, man. We're wearing all black on Halloween. That just sounds like a horror show to me. The Jets have broken me, man. It's the reality.
Right,
and maybe they'll get it back. And maybe this is they have to become so bad and so laughable in order for them to actually see the light to turn it around as this organization. Maybe that's what this team needed. And I'm strong enough to handle it. They broke me down just to get us built back up stronger than we've ever been before, baby.
Real talk, brother. Real talk.
That's what it's all about. But at the end of the day, we got a lot of interesting things to see on Thursday night. I'll be live for the game, so definitely go check me out on Jets Media, live on Jets Media tomorrow night.
Hey, y'all, we still gotta get your thoughts on this Patriots game.
Yeah,
y'all heard my thoughts.
I picked the Titans to win.
I
had no idea who to pick.
It's tough, dude. It's tough. There's a lot of questions in this game.
It's a coin flip.
It's a coin flip, and the Titans are coming off their what's getting blown out. The Patriots are coming off a high win, so they definitely have some momentum. Titans are in Tennessee. Drake May's not playing in this, or he is?
See, he's in phase 3 of, I believe it's 5 of the concussion protocol. So there's a chance he was a limited participant. We'll see how it continues to develop. But they had Hunter Henry. There was a video that came out of practice. They had Hunter Henry practicing at emergency quarterback. To me, that screams Drake May's not playing. And that's the smart thing to do. Don't throw your franchise quarterback who's looking hot right now. Don't throw him into the fire. Play it safe. I'm going to say he doesn't, because the average time for a concussion to come back is about 9 days.
Yeah, I just trust the Titans a little bit more than the Patriots, even though the Patriots just beat the Jets. Not really saying much about anything, but I don't know. It's a coin flip. It really is a coin flip.
So I have the New England Patriots winning this game.
Let's go, Dan. Let's go.
And so I think what they did defensively last week is going to carry over. And the Titans really haven't been able to get things together. Solid front seven from the Titans. Solid secondary too. But somehow I see the Pats winning. Home field advantage. Give me the Pats.
I like it. I really do. I need it.
Yeah,
I need 2 back-to-back wins, man. I could use that.
This is one of those wins that you can very well get. You get one of the 5 wins you'll get this season, maybe.
Yeah, man. Get back in the playoff picture. We're still in it. There we go.